I don't want to make another movie for the sake of making it. I don't want
The studio wants you to make another Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. And I want to make another one.
Mhm.
I want to make many more, but I want to do it for the right reasons. And now, like I said to you earlier, sometimes I miss the day when getting the job was the win. I am navigating and figuring out what having that kind of power means and that responsibility.
Yeah.
And I'm figuring it out. And I'm speaking to people and asking questions. And, I've been speaking to Downey a lot, especially about him making his return, which is super exciting.
Back.
He's back.
He's gone on that exploration and he still came back to do more.
That was a tough secret to sit on because I have a reputation for ruining things and I strategically have done no press.
You're a little loose-lipped around MCU secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in terms of challenges or things that I'm dealing with, that would be it. And I'm by no means complaining. It's a wonderful place to be. But it is something that keeps me up at night and I'm constantly thinking of like, is this the right thing to do? Am I going to do justice to the character? Am I going to do justice to the fans? I definitely don't want to just make a movie for the sake of it because that's not what Spider-Man represents. So yeah, it's a complicated one.
That is complicated.
It's going really well though.
Yeah, it is. This is what we call a high quality problem.
Yeah.
It's like Cry Me a River, right? But it's a problem nonetheless. And it's a huge decision that has, kind of downstream implications for a lot of people, right? And also interesting to me because I've heard you talk about being sort of an unrepentant people pleaser, right? And so it's confronting you with your innate people pleasing tendencies to try to make a decision outside of that is not only in your best interest, but in the best interest of the franchise and what is in service to this character that's much larger than you and what you want to do.
And the fans as well. Like, I owe everything to the fans of Marvel and myself. They've been so kind and generous to me. Like after Civil War came out, I felt like Civil War was my audition to the world. Like I'd gotten the part as Spider-Man. I did the film with the Russo brothers and that came out. And that to me felt like my, will you embrace me as Spider-Man? And they did. And I'm so grateful that they did. And I feel like I owe it to them to give and deliver the best version of what the next chapter for Spider-Man looks like. And I think that's really important. And I think the creative integrity for something like that is really important. And the studio is on board and supportive and really collaborative. And I've been so blown away by how welcoming they've been into that creative room. But, we're working now with the pedal is to the metal. We're trying to get it going as soon as possible. Things are looking great, but there's still a lot of moving pieces that need to come together for us to hit the ground running.
Right. So what is the ticking clock on this decision and what are the variables? Is it the script, the team, the story? Like, how are you going to make this decision? What are the factors that come into play that's going to sway you one way or the other?
I'm not really sure about how much I can talk about in terms of what are some of the challenges we face creatively and logistically.
No one's listening. Come on.
Yeah. Obviously, one of the things to bear in mind with Marvel is that your film is a small cog in a large machine. And that machine has got to keep running. And you need to make sure that you can fit into that timeline at the right time to benefit the bigger picture.
An infinite number of machines across the multiverse.
Yes, exactly. So, that's one of the challenges we're facing and the time in which we need to get that done is a tall order, but definitely achievable with the fantastic people we have working on it now. But my biggest thing is the creative. We have a creative and a pitch and a draft, which is excellent. It needs work, but the writers are doing a great job. And I read it 3 weeks ago, and it really lit a fire in me. Zendaya and I sat down and read it together, and we at times were bouncing around the living room this is a real movie worthy of the fans' respect. But there's a few things we need to figure out before we can get that really going. But it's exciting, and I'm really, really excited about it.
You straddled that question well and avoided all the political pitfalls.
Every bit of media training.
Said what you needed to say.
Yeah.
Yes. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
It's because I'm not
It's
drunk.
not for me to say whether you disclosed something you shouldn't have, but it was handled beautifully.
Yeah, if this had alcohol in it, I'd be in trouble.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk.
No.